Hi guys, so today we're going to try out Spellbinders' new APG for November of 2022. The APG die of the month is Pop-Up 3D Vignette Alarm Clock. And so Spellbinders did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. And by now you've probably seen kind of what this is about, so we're just going to go through it. I will put it together in a 3D vignette format because I haven't done that in a while. A lot of times I'll take the designs and just make it like a card topper or like a shaped card or something like that, or a gift box. So today we'll do the 3D vignette. I already unboxed the club kits for this month, so I've already gone through pretty much all the different layers and pieces here, but as you can see it makes an alarm clock. So what I'm going to do is just grab some papers, lots and lots of dies in here. Oh yeah, we'll just walk right through and put our little alarm clock together. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I printed out what would be like your carrier. Obviously my printer has some weird issues with color, but yours will, you know, be mounted on the front, and then on the back it has this exact same instruction. And I'm going to do basically the color way that's on here just so that it's easy for you to follow along if you're new to this kind of thing. So with the black paper, I do have some heavyweight black paper. I always like to use the heaviest weight on vignettes just because you are going to, you know, you can collapse them and things, and it just keeps them sturdier. So 4 of this, okay, from black paper. And then let's just talk about the black paper right now because we're going to cut 4 of those. And then we need 2 of the side pieces, and the side pieces are going to be oriented this way because, as you can see, it kind of echoes what's going on there, so you can glue it on. And so these little slits need to be up and down, not, you know, horizontal like this. So orient it that way. I can probably put it on here right now because I'm not going to be able to fit another one of these. Yeah, we'll just leave it like this. And this guy here, and of course tape that so it does not move. And when you run that through, okay. Out of black you can also do the base or whatever, I mean obviously whatever color you're using. This little piece here that holds your item up, we're going to cut 4 of these, gluing 2 of them together to make them extra sturdy, so you know, wherever that fits to maximize your paper. That's where I'm putting that right there. And then we're also going to do a sentiment strip, but we'll talk about that later. Let's not worry about that right now. So again, 4 of these, 4 of this, 2 of this, and 4 of this, okay? And then with my gold paper, which is just amazing, it's that double-sided beautiful gold paper from Spellbinders, we're going to have that guy along with this guy. And now they are showing that you can cut out the center also with the next die down. Honestly, you don't really have to because you're going to start stacking and layering anyway, so you're not going to see behind there if you wanted to just leave it. But if you want to cut it out, that way you could gut it and then you can use this gold piece that comes out later, then go for it. So I'm going to use all of them, but again, you actually don't have to use that outer one. And that's what makes this one here. Okay, then we're going to cut off the tabs and stuff. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So on that one, we just need 1. And then we'll... once we get those pieces cut, we'll move on out here. There's also the white piece, which is just this out of some white paper, if that's what you want. So I'll cut it from this scrap of white paper I have here. And when I come back, we'll put those few pieces together, kind of. And then we'll work on the clock face, okay? Again, it's just a mixing and matching of whatever you want from these dies here. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I got 3 of these off of 1 page along with all the extras, and then I just need a little bit more black paper for that. Just if you're wondering about how much paper, you know, this kind of thing uses. I'll move these guys over for now and clean this out, so I'll just give it a second to do that. Wow, so pretty. And again, we still have this piece that you just gutted, so you can use it. Maybe, I think later on we do need some more gold, so we can use it then. And I'll just put this to the side for now. Well, that's pretty cleaned out. So I will continue cleaning out, but what you're going to do on these 4 guys here, we have these 4, is cut the tabs off of one of them, and one of them I let it hang off the page, so I'm going to cut it off of this one for sure because it's not complete anyway. So cut the tabs off basically the front one, right, of your vignette, and the other ones have to hook in. Actually, what's interesting, it says cut tabs off of 1. Because in the back usually there's another extra one. We'll see when we get there. The instructions might be a little lacking on that part. We'll see. So we have that one. We definitely need to cut the tabs off of this one and off the white one too. So I'll just take a moment to cut tabs, And tabs off of this one. Okay, and I'll be right back. Now that I'm doing this, now I understand what they're doing with this. This black piece isn't actually going to mat behind this. There's no point in that, so that's your actual back piece. Because I was like, they usually cut off the tabs off the front and the back. So this is the back one, this is the front one. That's all it is. And we can glue two of these together. So I'm just going to get that ready. And I'm going to glue them back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like the rough cut side to rough cut side, because it's symmetrical anyway, and that'll just make it look prettier. So I'll do the same thing for the other guy. And that's pretty much step one, but also along with step two is to layer this together. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some glue on the back of this and lay it down on this white piece, okay? When I come back. So I'm going to put these pieces to the side for right now, but there's that one, our back piece, the three center pieces that kind of go in here to keep it together as far as the vignette. And then we have the little two pieces that are going to hold it up. And we'll talk about this, our clock face. So let's look at all these circles. Let's bring them all back pretty much. I know they're just kind of, there we go. Okay, so for this outer one, they're recommending, for this one, you know, in black, so you're going to use this outer circle plus this guy and just run that through some black paper. So it doesn't matter what it looks like right now as far as where the numbers are, because of course it's a circle, you can arrange that later. So we're just going to pop that on there. And it's leaving the black in the background. Of course, it's however you want to layer it up. If you want to use the next size down, this guy, pop it in there. It'll just pop that out. I do see it's a little bit crooked and I don't want that. So let me push this back over here. Trying to center as best I can, you know. Something like that. It's a little bit better. Okay. And then the next one is this layer. And they layered it like this, and then this. But honestly, it's a really kind of thin. I'm not going to do that. I mean, you end up with this beautiful little ring. But I suppose the reason they did that is because they probably paired it up with this later. Do you see what I'm saying? All these things are concentric, so like that area that you cut out, you can get this from it. You can also get this little middle gold piece from it. So this is going to get covered up anyway, so what I'm going to do is just skip that part. I'm going to bring this back. And we can place this again. You can just use a whole other piece of gold paper. I'm going to place that there. And then in the center we have this pretty thing. So I'm going to just put that in here. Now it doesn't really have to be in the center. I mean, we can put wherever you want, but maybe you want to use that later as a circle. I don't know. So I'm centering it. But again, not 100% necessary because it's going to get covered up anyway. So I'm going to run these guys through and definitely tape them down. Let's see here. Because in between there, we're going to have a white ring. Come here, buddy. Right here. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. And then this one is going to cover this gold area. So this one we're going to cut out of white paper. It's that middle. That one that just kind of keeps going concentrically, right? So that guy I'm going to use there. And then it looks like we also need a black circle if you want to go behind this little delicate gold area. So when this is done, I'm going to just use this circle right here, not the inlay, but just that circle, and run it through some black paper. And then all your other extra goodies. So we have our hands here, and now what's funny is, do they fit on here? They probably do. So whatever little scrap I have left, I mean, I can run this through all at the same time if you want to live dangerously, but what I'll probably do is run those through and then run these through on that same gold scrap. And then we have these guys and the little hammer. And it says hammer, which is interesting because the hammer should be hitting these bells, right? But they don't show it here. So they're saying to cut 2 of each because you want that plus this to hold it to your project. But I'm going to cut, let's see, 2. I'm going to cut 4 of these. Okay, so out of gold. So these are all gold, gold, gold. Okay, and I'll be right back. It just cuts out so nicely. Look at that. Even the numbers have like some little delicate nature to them. Look at this thing. Pretty, pretty. So again, I'm going to take this apart. I'll use whatever's left in the gold, but also this ring. Now, to be honest, you can get this out of the black center because you're not going to see that anyway, but I don't want to run it through now that it's nice and delicate. I'll just get another scrap piece of paper for that. and all that. So I'll be back. Okay, so this one's really simple. You know, I showed you the instructions just so you kind of see what they look like if you're new to the club kits. That's kind of what, you know, their instructions look like. But this one, again, super simple. It's whatever you want as far as layering this guy up. So I'm just going to put this down, and again, I cut that center out because you won't see it anyway. And let's get some glue on here. They do say, if you would like to, you know, an instruction to put some foam under one of the portions here. We'll talk about it in just a minute. So this is basically going to go on there, but we'll look at this in pieces. I didn't use a fast drying glue, so sorry guys. So I kind of laid it out just the way they had it here. The gold ring, which I just kind of made a little bigger, the white portion, the black, and the filigree area. So I'm going to glue these guys together too. Just debating if I should put glue in the back of my hand. This bottle is pretty much empty. I should probably go ahead and switch out to another one. But let's just kind of go like that. And I'll glue that down. And this, the way they're showing it, to go ahead and just glue this on top of the white portion so I can get enough glue out of this guy. Nope, I'll be right back. I'm going to glue these guys down, and I'm going to have to hold them for a little while because this is that gold paper and it is non-porous, so it just wants to just kind of sit on top of the glue. So I'm going to hold that down for a second, and then I'll put some dimensionals on the back of this white piece, okay? Yeah, I think I'm ready to go ahead and I just put a couple dimensionals. And this, you know, I don't know, I guess I'll place it like this. Right over the center, and I can't actually see what the center is because it's in front of the camera and not me. Not bad. Move it up just a little bit. There we go. And then they're recommending now to go ahead and put your little clock hands on. And it says, you know, you put it, set it to a meaningful time for the recipient or whatever it is right now, since I'm just making a clock. I'm just going to place them wherever. They do have little holes in the center. I suppose if you want to put them all together with like a brad, it can go all the way through that center piece, but I'll probably just top it off with something else. I don't know. Let's see here. So again, maybe glue on the back of my hand. Oh, my hand got a little bit red there. Let's see. I'm just, oh, you know what? It doesn't need glue everywhere. Let's say, I don't know. So I'm just going to place them wherever. There are three. Obviously, one would be probably like the second's hand or whatever, but I'm just going to place these on here, and I will be right back. So before I put all these other things together, I'm going to have my beautiful, delicate little piece here. We have a couple other things to do here. So these little bells kind of go like this, right? Whenever we put them on the thing, but they need to be held up somehow. So I don't know. I guess I'll just glue it this way. These are just to kind of help you hold them down. So I'm just going to place that on there for now. And however high or low I need to, you know, place it on my face here. That's fine. Well, not really the face, but the clock itself. And then again, I should have that little hammer. That's what this is. That strikes them, right? That's the whole point. That's what makes it ring if you want to make it look more realistic. I did say I was going to cut 4 because I was going to layer 2 of them together, but they're pretty sturdy, so I'm just going to have the one piece. But if you think, even this, if you want to layer them up, you know, with another piece behind it, so that they're just that much more sturdy because they are going to be holding this up for you, that'd be great. And then let me see here. Basically, these side pieces obviously are the side. This is the top. I'm going to place that little hammer thing like right here. I'm going to go ahead and place it now. Again, right, kind of right in the center. And I guess this should be high enough so it looks like it's going to hit those little bells. And I'm also going to place my little bells, but I was kind of giving them some time. Let's see. Trying to see. Oh, see. Yeah, it's because, again, it takes forever for glue to dry on this paper because it's so slick. So that's why it's a good time to do it all together right now. That way you can wait for that and wait for that. So I'm basically going to glue them in here. How cute. Oh my gosh. So I'll put a little glue on this guy. Kind of just slide it back there and just let it sit here. And straight. There we go. And same thing for this one. I'll put glue, I'll slide it under and just hold it down. And let my mat help me out with that, okay? I'll be back. Setting up. We have our clock face, we have that. And we have our 3 pieces that have the tabs. And then the 3 without. So on these guys, or the one without, sorry. We're just going to fold these on that score line that they have. And you know, you can either place the back on now and then pop them in, whatever is, however is easier for you. And I usually do the notch that's at the bottom facing, well, it could be at the top, right? Facing the bottom. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but we'll just pop it in. And a lot of times I want to make sure my little slits are really well open. So we put it in there and then just pop it down, right? So slide it in and then pop it down to like lock it in. There you go. And once it's in the right spot, you can lock it in. And same thing for this guy. Pop those guys in. And once it's slotted in nicely, just bring it down to lock in. And same thing for the other side, so you can start wherever. Again, I like to make sure these guys are nice and open. In, push down. Slide it in, and push down or pull down, and slot this one in. And then we're just going to attach the back to the back and the front to the front. And then if you want to add a sentiment, of course you can do that. Sorry guys, it's not really open. Hold on. Let's make sure that's open. And that's your vignette. So then I'll show you how it collapses and all that. Pop it in, push down. Oh, we need to add our feet too, right? Okay. So this guy, I always like to put the nice side facing out. It's whatever you like. So put a good amount of glue there. Put a good amount of glue here. And then we'll do the same thing with the front. So for right now, I'm just going to hold on this back part. And then I'll get the front going. Yep, it's making contact, so that's good. We'll just wait for the glue to set up, okay? I'll be right back. Almost set up, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. Now, if you want to place the legs right now, you can do that, and then you eyeball the front one. But I'm going to go ahead and put the front on, and then we'll just deal with those afterwards. And that's kind of what they have here as their last step, too. So there's that. Or one of the last steps. I think the very last step is to add your sentiment strip. And so again, just a good amount of glue. And cute. I'm just going to place this on the front and hold that down, making sure it's nice and straight. And I'll be right back. Hey guys, I put just a little clippy there to help me hold that one down because it was kind of moving away, so I just put that. And then this guy can go underneath to hold it. Now, it's up to you. I mean, wherever you want to put it, how high up or low, or how much you want to show there. So I'm putting the glue on the back of this because I'm going to place it on that last layer. You know what I'm saying? The back piece. But like here. So let's just put that there. And that looks about right. So I'm just going to hold that down. And I'll show you in just a second what I'm doing. Just giving it a hold. So I just tucked it on the back layer, but on the inside. So again, you could have done that previously, but you will want to make sure they're basically the same, so it's nice and the same, right? So we'll hold that guy down, and then on the front we'll have this piece. And again, I tucked it in far enough that this whole area is pretty much making contact. So I'll just bring it in here. Oh, maybe a little extra glue there. I'm going to hold that for just a second. It's not going to take that quickly. And then I'm going to make sure that it's the same, right? Nice and straight. So I'm just pulling down. There we go. And now they're the same. Just so it's not wobbly or uneven or whatever. You know what I'm saying? As you're looking at it, you see it's pretty much the same. And then when you hold it up, it's basically right on. Okay. And this guy, I did not glue this on yet because the hands were delicate and I kind of want to just leave them alone for a while. So you could have glued this down previously though. Not a big deal. Oh, you know what? I also need to clean out the little numbers before I get too far. And so let me pop these out and then I'll just place it right in the center here, okay? So pretty, it just fits right in there, so nice. I'm gonna turn it just a little bit more this way. Straighten that out. Oh, you know what? These little areas kind of help you do that, to know that you're straight. So let me just move this a little bit more this way. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down. And I mean, how gorgeous is that? Oh my goodness. So the last thing they're saying is to do, well, one of the first things was the sentiment and strip. That means you're just going to cut it yourself because there's not a strip die in here. So, you know, whatever you think that should be. Let me see if, let me see. Rise and Shine. I want to see how thick this is. This is about a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to cut a strip of paper that's 3/8 of an inch. From the gold and from the black, and I'll be right back. I just eyeball this, to be honest, because it's such a small amount. And of course, you probably have dies in your stash that will work with this. But let's do. Let's just put It's Your Time. The other one says Rise and Shine, but I figure this is something I would like to use here. Let's go. So that I'm just going to run it through so we get the lettering, and then we're going to pair it over this gold piece. Okay? I'll be right back. And we'll finish off with this. You know, I love a nice bow, a nice seam binding bow would be really lovely, but I really want this to shine because, I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous thing just all on its own. Don't want to cover anything up, you know. So we have this piece here, and I'm just going to make sure that we are small enough to fit behind there, so I just need to cut a little bit off. And hopefully my glue didn't dry up while I was left it uncovered there. Again, this is going to take a second because of the gold paper here. We can also trim this down. I just kind of, like I said, eyeballed it. This is roughly 4 inches wide here. So we can trim that down a little bit if we want. So I might do that, take a little bit off each side, and then I'll put some dimensionals on it, right? I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I have some dimensionals on the back of that guy, and we'll just pop it right down here. Looks good. Okay, so I think everything might be dry enough so I can kind of show you. Again, you have all those areas, that's what's keeping it up, and 3D, and all you do is just kind of flatten it out. So just kind of let it do its work. And that would be it, right? If you want to put that in an envelope. They just say, you know, even though it flattens out to go in an envelope, that a padded envelope is recommended. But however it is that you'd like to send that, normally with this, I would put it in with a box, you know what I'm saying? Like if you had a bigger gift. But you can kind of make it go either way, just so you can have that. Just so you can kind of stretch it out and have it go either way. It's fine. And there it is. Really simple. I mean, honestly, the steps on this one aren't too involved, and I just love all the detail that it comes up with there. And then of course you want to pop a little something in the center there. That would be really nice. Let me see here, maybe a little gem or something. Let's see, what do we have? Ooh, that one's really yellow. We'll go with this one. Yeah. Oh, a black one would be really nice, just to accent the black that's going on. But let's just put this guy, he's kind of a yellow greenish color. I guess the packaging says the name of the color. But let's pop that guy on there. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you at the next one. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. I'll have that links in the description box. Again, real quickly, I mean, this is the monthly kit for November, so if you sign up in November, this is the one you will get as far as the APG. And you have until, I believe they have a blackout period at the end of the month to sign up. But if you are a returning subscriber, then this is what you will be receiving this month. Okay, guys? Thanks for watching. Bye now.